And welcome back, everyone. Ellington here, and we are back with another epic battle on Total War Rome 2. And we have got ourselves a 4 versus 4. And I think this one's going to be good, because we've got some familiar names in this one on one side, and some not so familiar names on the other side, but I think it'll be interesting. So, for the attackers, oh, we got some cav out here, by the way. Tarantine cav. Tarantine cav's kind of a fun missile cav that I don't mind using them. Especially, Massilia can only bring 3 of their Gallic Hunter archers. So bringing like the 1 missile cav, it's not a terrible idea as your 4th missile unit. Anyways, so first off, for Carthage here, we have got Wild Sweet. Commanding Tylus, we have got Gadriel. We've got all the way over here Nervii being commanded by none other than Blackfoot. And finally Getae being commanded by Mr. Thunder. Now for the defenders real quick, we have got Massilia being commanded by Germanicus. We've got Galatia being commanded by Shinobi. We have Armenia being commanded by Bob Marley. And finally, Swaby being commanded by Loops. So this battle was sent in by the Tylus player, Gadriel. So Gadriel, Wild Sweet, and Mr. Thunder, they actually have their own YouTube channel. It is called the Yeet Federation. And I will be linking that in the description, but they are all good Rome 2 players, so I could trust they are going to put out some good content. They also do like some horror themed stuff. So I think things like Phasmophobia, if I remember correctly. So once again, I will leave that link in the description. Make sure to go and check them out and leave them a subscription. For me, I can only leave them 1. If you guys leave them more, that's better. So this is an interesting thing. So we're on the settlement of Eildon, okay? And typically, the normal assault that you usually will see will be right over here onto this portion of the map. Sometimes even moving a little bit further left and going into more like that. Not very often do you see a full assault on this side of the map. They even have units coming up over here to kind of block in this area. Be careful, you got the Gallic Hunters getting some shots in on your Gallic Warriors. But they are going full frontal onto this corner. They've lost the first bit of Nervii troops that went in are gone. They were really just there to put the tower on and shut the artillery up. Something the defenders need to be careful of is there is a lot of artillery looking down at them, so they need to be careful not to leave their troops so clumped up. This would be a really good target if they were to shoot it. What do we got here? Celtic Slingers, 33 kills. They're shooting over at the Libyan Hoplites. I would shoot at the Falksmen. 1, the Falksmen are really, really dirty if they charge you. And number 2, they have almost no armor, so if you were to shoot these guys, you would get a lot of kills. The problem is that, see, like, they aim towards the tower, not at these, which they should be aiming at, which it sucks. It sucks. It sucks. It really, really sucks. So Levy Freeman, a couple tribal warriors, we got some noble horsemen. Mighty Horse. Mighty Horse is a pretty good cav. Oops, sorry about that. Tribal warriors. Look at that. Look at all these tribal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tribals. 9, 10, 11 tribal warriors. So they're definitely not playing with like the unit rules, but that's okay. I mean, you don't have to. It's a made-up rule, you know what I mean? Anybody can play with whatever rule they want to play with as long as everybody's playing on the same rules in the same battle. That's the only thing that matters. It doesn't matter what it is as long as everybody's playing the same set of rules. Falksman took like no damage from those slingers, which is really unfortunate because They should have done a lot of damage, and I bet you they wasted 3 volleys on that. I can't tell if they are actively trying to shoot the Galatian units, or if they're going... I think they're going for the wall and just missing a lot. They unfortunately are taking a bit of a long shot there. Tarantine Cav trying to sneak out. They could be a little bit annoying, but I bet you they don't know about these 2 Cav units right here. So those Tarantine may have a nasty surprise on the horizon. Sorry about that. Yeah, they're going for the wall. 67%. They've used a lot of ammo. So the Cretans came up and were actually duking it out with the Syrians. Looks like the Syrians drew off before the Cretans, and I'm honestly a little surprised the Cretans are now falling back. They had a pretty good position there. Where are the Massilian Gallic hunters? I assume they're in here. That's where they were previously, and I wonder if that's why the Cretans fell back, was because they were getting hit by the hidden Gallic hunters. One more hit! One good hit! One more! 0 kills. 21 kills. Nerviai's not even shooting. So it looks like Gette's been the only one really shooting at this wall. And he just cannot hit it, man. It's a hell of a reach. It's a long ways. Obviously, the longer the shot, the more inaccurate it is. Roll in! Oh, that's so frustrating. I couldn't imagine being him right now. Look at all these Celtic warriors all lined up ready to go in. Now, interestingly, Carthage has set themselves up like they're going to possibly land onto this central wall here. I'd be a little surprised because I feel like this is just a death trap. You know what I mean? Swaby can really just ring this up and then beep, 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 beep. And that's no fun. And yes, I know I continue to forget to put the paint back on my replays. I'm sorry. It drives me nuts, and I always forget and notice it when I get in the battle, and then I'm in the battle, and I don't want to quit out of it, go do that, and then come back. Stressful work, guys. I almost wonder if Nervii should just take a shot and finish this fucking wall. Because, like, oh my god, Gete cannot hit it for the life of him. Just one shot, Nervii. You have a better shot than he does. Just one. One volley. Gete's going to have literally no ammunition at the end of this. And unfortunately, we're kind of at a dead moment at the moment, because until this goes down, they are not going to begin this assault. So we're just going to kind of chill. How's everybody's holidays? Happy New Year! Leave it in the comment section. What is your New Year's resolution? I want to hear it. Okay, first one down. So we should, yep, here we go. So Celtic warriors, Gallic warriors, look like they are going to go. Then you can see Tylus moving up the rest of his Celtic warriors just behind, setting up to, you know, reinforce this assault. The Gallic warriors should be able to defeat the Levy Freemen relatively easily. The thing they just have to worry about is any sort of archer fire or javelin tossing that's going on. What they could do is they could just take a Celtic warrior and pop it on this siege tower and just engage this Levy Freeman from the side. That'll keep the Levy Freeman from throwing javies, but he might be out of javies anyways. You can see Gallic warriors kind of shifting off. He's already got one engaged, so he's bringing this one around to the left. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see another one pull around to the right. Getae holding his ground, as is Carthage. But Carthage did kind of readjust a little bit. He's set his towers up, and he's basically in a position where he can just go boom, 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 land them all at one time. We also have the Gallic Hunters of Nervii up, taking shots at the Celtic Slingers. Celtic Slingers better get out of there, otherwise they are toast. They're toast. There's some jabbies here from the Levy Freeman. I think what you do, I think you take Gallic Hunter and you engage this, and then you take your Celtic Warrior from Tylus and bring it around. Shut this guy up. Yeah, go engage that. There you go. Now you bring your Celtic Warrior in behind the Levy Freeman here and attack it from behind. Or you can take this and just kind of solidify your foothold. They definitely should bring in some more, though. Okay, so Levy Freeman about to break. I'm amazed this one was breaking earlier, wavering earlier, and did not break. This one's going to be gone, though. Nothing from Carthage, nothing from Getae yet. Where did he bring... It looks like he might have brought all of his tribals back over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so he's got all of his tribals here now. Noble Horseman, Mighty Horse. Where did the Tarrantine... Okay, Tarrantine's still just kind of chilling. This archer fight here has been really intense, you know what I mean, between the Syrians and the Cretans. Very, very back and forth. But it does look like the attackers have a firm foothold now. I would not be surprised if after a little bit more pressure here, we see Carthage start advancing. Because once they can put pressure on this flank, it will make Carthage's easier, so much easier when he... Yeah, make his job so much easier. And now Getae shift. Okay, interesting. So Getae's going to shift his towers even further down. See, he's going to line up right here and then maybe drop there, creating a full frontal assault between Carthage and Getae, with the added pressure from this direction here. The archers of the defenders have been pretty handily beaten back. And you can see they are seemingly beginning to abandon the hill. Axe Warriors, Galatians, well, maybe not. I thought these guys were marching down, but they were just marching to this formation. But I really don't see... I think you should abandon the hill at this point, because really, once this is cut... I mean, you're cut off. What's the point then? Cretans are now into the settlement, and now taking pot shots at the Syrians, almost point blank. Sorry, I didn't mean to sling my camera that fast. Now, Swaby is readjusting his formation. I think he's just going to give up this area. He sees what's coming. He knows that he can't take on both Getae and Carthage. So I think that's a smart move. He's going to kind of pull back, consolidate a little bit. Instead of getting hit on the flank, he's going to let them come to him. And now the defenders are honestly in a little bit of a spot that hurts for them, because it doesn't give them a very good archer position. So this could be kind of interesting. You know, the attackers also don't have like the greatest archer position at this point, but I'm intrigued to see who gets the better of that. Nervii is just going to have to start unloading his artillery, because here pretty soon he's going to be out of distance.
Get out! Contact! Break off!
Now it actually looks like the defending archers are actually getting some pretty good shots in on the Cretans. Because look at this, you got the Cimbri longbowmen. Then over here you had the Syrians, but I don't think the Syrians were firing. I think it's just the Cimbri longbowmen. The Cimbris probably need to back off of that. The Cretans are going to win that every day. And now you got the Dacian heavy bows from Getae moving over, and they might be able to get shots here. Look at the Carthaginian ballista now shooting. 94 kills on that one. Carthage's towers shifting left. Cav, cav, cav! But they don't know what's out here. Samnites can't go shield wall. He might just walk himself into a trap here. Got 2 mighty horse. Oh, he just... Oh. Yep. You can see all those attack orders that were just given. So what he needs to do, he needs to shift his Samnites this way, but I don't think he's going to make it. Yeah, Noble Horse, he noticed it just in time to get out of that trap. Now look at all the Falksmen that are here, and they're not shooting them. Is he going to get a, like, badass Falks charge into these guys? He's already charged one in. 73 kills. Here comes the next one. All right, now the archers are starting to target the Falksmen. But the front line just disintegrated. Falksmen, remember, a very high charge unit. Specialized in getting in and getting out. This next wave is probably going to do some damage. Now you got Wolf Warriors now. Bloodsworn that didn't countercharge. Cimbri Bowwomen that are in combat. Over here, I'm surprised they're still holding on. Armenia actually sent in infantry to hold the line. But there's so many tribal warriors that haven't even began to go in yet. Dervii went like heavy guerrilla swordsman. General's Bodyguard, Libyan Peltis, Dacian Heavy Bows, shooting the Bloodsworn, that's a good target. I think he's sending the Mighty Horse over to just kind of zone out the Noble Horse of Galatia. If he can keep that general just kind of out of the way, it's actually a big win for them. That means that he's not using abilities, he's not second winding, he can't like badger your forces from behind. Sicilian Thorough Spears, it's a pretty good unit. This Falx line is just dirty, but they're letting it happen. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like they're doing anything to stop it. But here soon, Carthage is going to have to commit with his back line. You can see the Falksmen just, as you countercharge and cycle and things like that, you lose men, you get shot. So you can see they are starting to whittle down. Got a Bloodsworn over here. Looks like he's going to try and jabby down into the troops. Dacian Heavy Bows, what are you shooting at? Still shooting at Bloodsworn. Good target. More Armenian troops coming in to help. But Tylus is on the move. God, look at this. That's just disgusting. Got a lot of mercenary axe warriors. Where are the Cretans? Okay, so they still have ammo. Alright, here come the mercenary Gallic warriors coming in. Now, Carthage has continued to shift his line. Carthage is now basically attacking the far left. Tylus pretty much has this under control. Getae seems to be committed to the center, while Carthage is committing most of his forces to the left. Wolf warriors getting tore up by archers. Curious to how much ammo these guys have left. 141, 149. They still have their bows out. Got mercenary axe warriors lined up. But now the tribals are being pretty much fully committed at this point. Nervi's Gallic Hunters have moved in. I'm a little surprised that they didn't go ahead with their assault here. I was kind of hoping they would. I was hoping that they would bring their towers up to the far right and land here as a late go. Draw more units away from the front end. Tribal warriors just need to grind their way through. Now, they are going up against another excellent medium infantry in the Galatian Legionaries. Just getting some, you know, scenic shots there. Giving you guys the, you know, the clean version, see everything without the banners. Cinematic. Now, I'm a little intrigued as to why he's leaving his formation so condensed. I don't know if that's on purpose or not. Maybe it's because he's planning on the future Javi? I'm not sure. Look at this Celtic warrior, 118, 84, 158 on a tribal. And here comes Nervi's forces beginning to make their way into the settlement now. They honestly could probably use reinforcements right here. Like they're doing fine. Well, honestly, no, never mind. I just mistook a couple banners. They're doing fine. Better watch your archers there, though. Massilian Thorough Spear's coming for you. They're coming for you. They're gonna get you. Now they got to be careful because now what can happen is the attackers can now set up archers to possibly get shots into the sword side part of this defense right here. But then the attackers also need to be careful of archers and such from the hilltop. Carthage is still not committed his army. Come on, man. You're like 2 hours late. You're like that orc from Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, when he goes to the docks and the pirates are there, or supposed to be there. It's like, you're late. And then Aragorn hops off the ship. Yeah, you're late. Pirate scum. Love that movie. Although my favorite Lord of the Rings movie is probably Two Towers. They're all excellent, they all have their place, but Two Towers is probably my favorite. Mostly because I believe it has the best battle in cinematic history. If you don't agree, I will accept your argument in the comment section. Tell me another movie or show, whatever you want to say, with a battle that you think is better than the Battle of Helm's Deep from Two Towers. I want to see it in the comment section. I like to see those, you know, because there may very well be things I'm forgetting. It's just a grind fest, man. Galatian Legionaries versus Tribal Warriors. Problem is the Tribal Warriors are getting reinforced by other Tribal Warriors. The Galatian Legionaries are basically just them and some Axe Warriors from Massilia, so... Now, they actually regained a little bit of ground here. Damn, Massilian Thorough Spear still being an issue. Yeah, so Armenia actually was able to get some troops in and actually kind of slow down this advance here in the middle. Cartley Axemen. I think it's 2 units of them, yep. But there's that archer fire coming from the hill. Kimbri bowwomen. Here's some cav. Oh, it's the Massilian general. Looks like he went Massilian cavalry. Now you got Cartley Axemen have left this area and now are moving over here. Or I guess just the center. Like between these two armies, or these two flanks. So honestly, I think if I'm the center, you hold. I think you hold your position here, wait for pressure to be applied here and here, and then you apply your pressure here. I think if the center tries to put a bunch of pressure in right now, they're just going to get hit by everything. Because there's nothing to keep these guys busy, there's nothing to keep these guys busy, nothing to keep these guys busy. So, if you try to advance, then they can just fall on you, you know what I mean? So I think as the center, you just hold. Let the grind continue here, and then pray to God at some point today Carthage lands on the wall over here. I'm just teasing you, Carthage. Just kidding. I'm sure you have plans and strategies. Center is pulling back out of that area. I think, honestly, because he was just getting shot. For nothing. Like, there was, you know what I mean? He wasn't gaining anything out of being in that position at that point in time, so why stay there? Kind of cool seeing the difference in like the scale armor of the tribals and the chainmail of the Galatian legionaries. Here comes the archer fire Nervii shooting into the Galatian legionaries. I wonder if the Dacian heavy bows can get this shot. I'm gonna bet no. How they might. I think the question is, will the game let them shoot? It does look like they have just enough range, but will the game actually let it happen? Doesn't look like it. Carthage has landed! The gods be praised! Our saviors are here! So now we got Gallic warriors, and more coming up. Libyan infantry, Samnite warriors waiting to come in. Once again, Swaby, Bloodsworn are a high charge unit. Charge! Don't get caught standing there. Your Bloodsworn will get annihilated. If those Bloodsworn are standing still, they're gonna die. But if you countercharge and get their frickin' 33 charge bonus, you get a ton of kills off of them. If you're gonna bring Bloodsworn, you need to use them correctly. Sorry. That was a little bit over the top, but the whole game, those Bloodsworn have been sitting, standing in one place, not doing anything, when they need to be charging the enemy, not standing there. Bloodsworn are not a stand here and hold this spot unit. They are a go there and kill them unit. Libyan Peltis. And the same thing with Wolf Warriors. 35 charge bonus, and they've got Frenzy charge, or Frenzy. Which makes it even better. But they're just standing there. Massilia's got some Thorax swords back here. To be honest with you, now that I think about it, we haven't seen that much of Massilia. Some, a little bit, some Thorough Spears. We've seen their Gallic Hunters, the Tarantine Cav. But really, the main forces of Massilia we haven't really seen yet. And now here we have it. Now that the pressure has been applied over here, and the pressure is increasing over here, now look at the center. Now the center opens up. It allows you to advance forward. Now you have your Dacian heavy bows up in position where they can counter off the archers or shoot the general. Wolf Warrior's just going to stand there and get jabbing. Now they charge. And they'll get a lot of kills on this charge. But that's it. I think the other Wolf Warrior, please for the love of God, pull it back. So the Eastern Archers and the Dacian Heavy Bows are going at it right now. Cimbri Bows might be moving forward to help with that. This area here continues to just not look fantastic. Yeah, Galatia's, I think, realizing that and now moving his troops back to... I don't know where he's going to... I don't know if he's going to try and hold here, where he's exposed to the flank from there. No, it looks like he's fallen back even further, which I think is a good idea. I think what you do is maybe hold here. And then obviously, you know, Massilia is holding up on the cliff top here. But that should open up opportunities with your archers from the hill. What I think I would like to see is Carthage maybe send a couple units to probe this way. See what kind of defenses have they, you know, we can see the one Cartley Axeman, but is that it? Because as many points of pressure you can put on this defense, the better, right? Because that means that it's more places the defense has to worry about, has to send troops to reinforce. Micro, right? If you continue to just, like, you know, focus on only one tiny little spot, then, you know, the defense can put all of their focus to that place. It's not really that beneficial. Wolf Warriors charge. Wolf Warriors charge. Wolf Warriors charge. 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 That is the sound of my soul leaving my body. Any Swaby player is cringing right now. Sorry, I'm not trying to be harsh. It's just that something that, if you're going to play Swaby, you need to know this thing. So please, for the love of God, Swaby, if you're watching this video, please take this criticism and turn yourself into an epic Swaby player, because Swaby is an awesome faction that I love dearly. And I want you to be good at them. So please just take this with a grain of salt and just say, you know what? He's right. I should have done this better. I'm gonna work on that, make that better. Yeah! Woohoo! Sorry, that got, like, went from my soul leaving my body to, like, inspirational speech. Now the Berserkers are in. Now the question about the Berserkers is, do they go Berserk? Because I always find that Berserkers are pretty much useless if they don't go Berserk. So far, no, they won't go Berserk. Uh-huh. I think the Dacian Heavy Bows are trying to engage these archers on the hill, but I think they're just having troubles, and sometimes the game is just really wonky, and you know, even though it says you have like range or whatever, you may not have the angle that you need, and so it just won't let you fire. In a lot of the later games, it will literally tell you view blocked or angle blocked or something, like, I can't remember exactly how they word it, but it'll literally, like, it'll flash red on the archer because it's like, yes, they have a fire order. Yes, they have the range, but they can't because they're blocked, and something is blocking their ability to shoot. And that helps because it tells you, oh, okay, that means I just need to, change their or adjust their position or yada, yada, yada. While with this, it just kind of like your archers just run around like madmen, and it's infuriating. The Gallic Hunter's actually getting hit pretty hard here, but out of ammo, out of ammo, out of ammo. So he's just wasting his ammo. Got it. What about the Dacian heavy bows? They all have ammo. So yes, let's shoot at the ones that don't have ammo and let the ones that do have ammo keep shooting us. Good plan. Best plan. Perfect plan. I am at home. So today is Thursday. I'm at home till Monday of next week at least, because stupid Ellington, being stupid, was walking down the stairs the other night to get a glass of water, and I took one wrong step. It was the last step, dude. It was the last step going down to the floor of the main floor of my house, and I stepped wrong, and my ankle rolled, so I sprained my ankle. But because that ankle rolled, well, all my momentum and weight continued going down the last step of the stair and stepped wrong again on the next foot, which rolled it even worse because it took my entire body weight on it. So I sprained both of my ankles, one of them pretty bad. I have to go see an orthopedic surgeon to make sure that nothing's broken or whatever. The first x-rays didn't show any definite fractures, but they want me to see an orthopedic surgeon to double check like the ligaments and stuff in my foot. And so yeah, I don't get to go to work for like a week. Yippee. Like, it sounds great. Like, you're like, oh hey, you get a break. One, I can't walk, so I have to go around like either on my hands and knees or crutches. And number two, you get really bored, you know what I mean? Stuck at your house. But that's why I'm doing this. That's why we're probably going to have a hot seat event on Saturday. That will be Saturday. Hold on, let me get the date. January 7th. So if you guys are watching this video, when this comes out, it will be the day after this video comes out. The hot seat event at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you don't know what that is, it is a 1v1 land battle tournament where the winner continues to play until he either loses or wins 3 times. And if you win 3 times, you get a special role in the Discord. So yeah, it's just fun. It's a good time. We always have a good time with it. It kind of gives a little bit of a change up to the sieges, you know what I mean? Tribe Warriors are just desperately trying to grind through these Massilian Throw Spears as they're getting jabbied to hell. But good progress being made here. On the hilltop, it's honestly hasn't changed much. Got much heavier units in now in the Thorax Swords. Berserkers coming in. Sorry about that, I had to take a drink. Bounce power is pretty... It's in the attacker's favor for sure.
Get ready!
The question's going to be, can the defenders hold out long enough? Alright, so the Mighty Horse of Nervii charging into the Cartly Axemen, which typically I would consider very risky because Cartly Axemen have shield wall and that can completely ruin your charge, but they didn't use it. So Mighty Horse and the Noble Horsemen, but they are getting shot very, very hard by the archers on the hill. You know, I don't... So you got 2 spear warriors, and then behind that you have some Libyan infantry and Samnite warriors. I was previously saying that I think they should probe here, but I think that's all they need to do. Because if you advance into this, you're just going to get shot off the hill. So the 2 units by themselves, I just don't know that it's enough to really be worth probing over there anymore. You now know what's here, right? We know you got the 2 Carly Axemen, you know that the 2 cavalry units are around, and you know the archer positions, right? Okay, that gives you a lot of information, so I think you hold back for now.
Charge!
Now this is a fresh tribal warrior. This one's 36 kills
Break off!
with 123 men. Now switching out for a Gorilla Sword. Gorilla Swords actually aren't a terrible unit. They actually have solid stats. They completely annihilated that Galatian legionary. Well, what was left of it. So now you got these noble spearmen from Armenia. Which this is going to be a good position from them. They're in a good, tight position spot that is not exposed to archer angles. It's not a bad place for those noble spears. Here you go, the attackers have gained even a little bit more ground. I am just not a huge fan of Berserkers. In my opinion, they're a little too hit or miss. Ooh, a good side angle. Look at that. Armenia charges in, pins down the Libyan. The other Cartly comes in and gets in on the back end of this Libyan. Nice move. Good move. Good, very good. Look at all the gorilla swords.
Forward! Kill! Get out!
Yeah, see that one already wavering. 111 men shaken, but not stirred. Oh, look at this! Mercenary Axe Warriors in on the Eastern Archers! Yes! Pretty sure they're out of ammo, but still! Kills are kills. At this point, the faster you get the kills, the faster army losses comes through. This is just, oh god, I would be so frustrated if I was Timeless. Really, the only one who's making like actual progress at this point in time is Getae and Carthage. Now Libyan coming in, Libyan coming in and joining in on that flanking attack. But the Swordmaster is trying to cut that off. Berserkers did go out of control. 62 men. This is where they tend to get their kills. They are, you can't command them anymore, but they also won't break, and they just tend to get a ton of kills. Okay, the other one went berserk too. Broke one. Remember, the berserkers do have a fear effect. Cav trying to be kind of mean. Oh, the noble horseman getting charged by the noble horse. It was very redundant saying. Noble spearmen seem to be holding fine, as does the cluster of Massilian units holding back this one tribal warrior. This is the juicy spot. This is where all the action's happening. I was about to say, I don't know why he hasn't headhunted yet. Berserkers are going to be a pain in the booty. Looks like they had a Gallic warrior and some Libyan peltas come back from running away. Now the Galatian general moving over to the side here. Ah, it's coming over and charging the guerrilla swordsman. Because one of the noble spearmen is there's a gap. There's a very large gap, but I don't know why they're not. There you go. Come on, Nervy Eye. Slip on by. Slip on by. Now, interestingly, they're pulling out of this area. Interesting. Not sure. Like, I assuming they're going for just a surround, but not sure it's going to be that much more beneficial to them. Especially now that another tribal warrior is now moving forward. Yeah, I don't think that's going to help you in any way, shape, or form. The noble horsemen from Getae are just being an absolute menace right now. Charge, men! Charge! Now, the noble horse from Galatia, I believe, is just a better cav unit. Noble horsemen are pretty much the only barbarian shock cavalry in the game. I guess unless you count the oh my gosh, the Scythian, gosh, I can't even think of what they're called. My brain just went blank. The nomadic tribes. But of the base, like, you know what I mean, like, non-nomadic tribe factions, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the only barbarian shock cavalry. So you're going to lose a general here, and I'm pretty sure Galatia's already lost their general. Yeah, I think this is when so the Massilian general's dead. The Suebi general seems to be alive. Pretty sure we're going to see army losses here in just a moment. Swordmaster's desperately just trying to hold on. So Armenia does still have his general, but you see they are starting to take the army loss penalty. That's weird. I don't know why things are... There we go, that seems better. That was a little weird. Pretty sure this is about over. I think we're going to see a tireless lead, kill lead here. Yeah. Alright, so let's start off with Carthage Wild Sweet with his long, expansive flanking attack, which actually was a good idea. I just was giving him shit. Archers did really well. Artillery did really well. Infantry, for the most part, did pretty good. Gadriel as Tylus with 2762. Obviously, it's Tylus. All of his infantry did fantastic. Mr. Thunder as Getae with 2586. Look at the noble swords. 314, 217. Pretty good all around. Blackfoot as Nervii. His army is actually pretty healthy at the end of this. So even though he may not have got a ton of kills, he also didn't use all of his troops. For the defenders, we got Swaby being commanded by Loops. For the most part, his infantry did okay. A lot of this stuff could have done way better if you just charge the enemy. If you do that, I guarantee you can add at least 30 to 40 kills on each of these units, these Bloodsworn. Next, we have Germanicus commanding Massilia, 1853. Archers and slingers, not great. Infantry was really just outmatched. Like, you know what I mean? You're going up against Tylus, the Thorax Sword's not going to win. Not finally, but next we have Shinobi as Galatia with 2037 leading the defenders. Not a big surprise, it's Galatia, right? Galatian legionaries all doing pretty damn good. His archers did pretty solid, pretty good across the board. Finally, Bob Marley as Armenia with 1369. Kind of in the same problem as Germanicus as Massilia, right? The Thorax Sword and the Cartly Axeman, they're all just outmatched by the tribal warriors and such. And those tribals were used to really, really good effectiveness. But that is going to be it for today's battle. Thank you guys so much for joining. Don't forget that if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We will see you guys next time.